so this is the second part of what we're going to work on this week. It's really about ball handling. So one of the first things we work with the students is we have them sit down. And what you'll see is they'll sit down and they will sit right away with their legs like that. And for what we want to do, we want to actually have them open their legs out. Then we get a ball, not the size, this is obviously a fitness ball, but if I was an 18-month-old and I had a basketball, this is probably about the proportion of what it would be. So what we're working with is the student will be here, you will be across from them, not too far, okay? And what we're doing is just pushing the ball. I'm going to push it across the room and hope it comes back to me. So you're going to do push, and then the ball will come back. You'll push it back to them. Then they'll push, the ball will come back, push. So basically it's push and catch. And then you'll see they'll move their feet, they'll lose their attention on the ball. But if you can even they get into the rhythm of it actually. So if you can get 3 of those going, that'd be really good. So that's the seated push action. And that transfers into something that we do standing. And what we do here is work with bounce and catch, which I showed you walking across the floor. But what we're doing first here is just basically getting them to not fling the ball over their head, but actually to bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch. It's very hard to do what I just did if you're 16, 18 months old. To do this, the ball's going to bounce out of the way, they'll have to go and get it. But the concept is bounce, catch, again from their chest, bounce, catch. What that transfers into, eventually, is going to be bounce, pass, again. So they don't fling it over their head, they keep it in their belly, they're going to step forward naturally, bounce, pass, then you'll pass it back to them. Bounce, pass, you'll pass it back to them. Again, from the belly, bounce, pass, you'll pass it back to them. The other thing we practice is, with ball handling, with your hands, is throwing the ball up in the air. So again, you'll see that they'll fling the ball and the ball will go everywhere. What we're trying to do here is a smaller throw, catch. 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 Then, you're going to work with them. You're going to teach them, like we did, across the floor, holding their arms out. You will stay not too far from them, throw the ball to them, literally place it in their hands so they can catch it, so they don't get scared of catching the ball and get hit in the face. And then have them either, well, let's have them throw it back to you. So you're getting away from the bounce pass. So they'll just throw it to you, you catch it, you throw it to them, they catch it. The ball is in the air, hopefully, a lot of the time. Then, for the foot action, what we've been doing is working on kicking the soccer ball. And again, this is huge, so it's not really the right ball. But basically, getting them, they'll naturally want to do a big kick. And what we're trying to do, again, is to control the body movement. And so it's just to do little kicks, little kicks, little kicks. Stop it if they can. And again, for toddlers, this is really kind of what happens, and they kind of lose their balance and they'll fall over. So that's really hard to do if the ball is big. So that's where the small balls will come in handy, like the really tiny ones. So you can practice with them. It's hard enough for them to do the little kicks. And then if they get really good, some of the older ones, like the 2s, can probably stop the ball. Again, a smaller ball, otherwise they're going to fall. So not just the big kicks, which are cool, but the small control kicks, control kick, and stop. And what I've been saying in class is green light, red light. So green light, go back a little bit here. Green light is when you're in motion, small kicks. Red light is trapping the ball with your foot. Green light, red light. If you have a really tiny one thing that's really handy to do too is you'll see them, the ball will start to roll, and actually that's okay, and you'll see they'll kind of like just do like a little march, and they won't even be touching the ball. But that's kind of the right motion that we want them to have. So if they're not connecting with the ball and they're just somewhat kind of doing this, then that's actually great. Then the last thing that we're going to work with the ball handling is a larger kick. I'm not going to do it in here. So what they learn to do is place both feet down, then you step, step, kick, big kick, and then woo! You can roll the ball back or place the ball back, plant their feet, step, step, maybe do the other leg, kick, see what happens. Woo! Go back again, plant the ball. Step, step, the right leg, kick, big kick. Go back, then step with the left leg. Step, step, kick, and off you go. So that's your work. That's a lot, actually. So I will probably be able to post one more video for you in this session, and then I'll be posting various things over time that you can work on. But that is your homework. Practice, 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 and I will see you soon. Thank you, everybody.